Hello there everybody, Savannah92 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Demon Slayer! So, let's see. One of the things that I was told that I definitely need to do like 3 episodes this time, so I'm pretty sure you noticed by the thumbnail. Yep, this week we're going to be doing 3 episodes, mostly because I believe it's supposed to keep the flow of the narrative, relatively, good. So, last week we got to meet a spider family of sorts. And I say family in quotes because, I couldn't help but feel really, really bad for the mother, quote unquote. Something kind of puts me in the mind that, judging by the way that the supposed father kind of treated her, I can only assume that she was basically the lowest on the totem pole and was basically the one that's constantly abused by the rest of the family members. Which, goddamn. I gotta say, that moment where Tanjiro switched moves, in that moment, where he chose a different attack that entire scene, I'm having a hard time getting my thoughts together on this, but that entire scene where she just reached out as if begging to be put down, it was such a strange, sad, and compassionate moment when Tanjiro swapped to a move that was to bring death as painlessly as possible. That was incredibly... just that scene. It really made me feel for that woman. It really did. Sure, she's kind of fucked up for some of the shit that she's done because, they're demons, but that really just shows how good of a character Tanjiro is. He doesn't outright forgive her, obviously, but he shows them compassion and humility in their final moments in a way, because in regards, they were human at one time. I don't know, just that entire scene just felt so impactful in some regard. Doesn't excuse what that woman did to those demon slayers, never will excuse that. But it was still an incredibly well done scene. Now, oh boy. We still got a few members of the family we gotta deal with. I believe, according to that one boy, I think the mother said that his name was Ray. There's like 4 more members of the family they gotta put up with. And I imagine the father, or that particular boy, I can't remember, I'm starting to think that the boy himself might actually be some sort of like head honcho from the way he's acting and the way he carries himself. And the father is basically the muscle of the group. So I'm kind of curious to kind of see, like, how their powers play out and how they're going to be handled. If they can be handled. But anyway, let's throw ourselves in, shall we? I guess you could consider it your natural color, considering you got struck by lightning now, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to change it back to black. Okay, so how to summarize today's episode? Let's see. So we learned a little bit more about Zenitsu's actual training with Gramps, which was kind of nice, except for the constant beating. But then again, training can be rough. And we also learned that Zenitsu technically only has one technique of the thunder breathing exercise, which is just the first form. And there's 6, apparently. But that kind of makes sense to the name of the episode. You must master a single thing, and he completely mastered the first form, which is an extremely broken thing that he can move so fucking fast. Also, utilizing his breathing to slow the course of the poison, which kind of makes me wonder how they're going to cancel out the poison in general. I'm guessing they probably have to actively kill all of the spiders in order to get rid of it completely. And we finally got a close-up of what the father spider looked like. And, he's got a pretty little mug on him, doesn't he? Oh, boy. No sadness for that one spider that could turn other people into spiders. No sadness for him whatsoever. But I imagine the pocket watch, either he keeps it as his gimmick or it has something that pertains kind of to his life whenever he was a human. If I had to gander a guess. And... well, here's to hoping Zenitsu gets better. We can only hope so. But, that's 2 spiders down, 3 to go. And now it looks like it's going to be a battle of Inosuke and Tanjiro versus Papa Spider, which only leaves the two others, the daughter and the son. Which, again, some part of me honestly thinks that the son is actually the head honcho, who kind of keeps everything in control, if I had to gander a guess. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into the next episode, so I will see you guys there. Hello there, everybody. When we are now back to Demon Slayer, and we are now on episode 18. In the last episode, we actually got ourselves a little bit of information concerning Zenitsu's actual training as well as his past, as well as somebody that didn't seem to like him. I'm not entirely sure if they were family, but he referred to Gramps as, or I guess, Zenitsu referred to his sensei as Gramps, and that one guy who was, I guess he must have been a student, really didn't like the familiar tone that he was using for him, which kind of brings into question, like, Zenitsu's actual relationship with the old man, his teacher, and that dude. Also, we got to see a lightning bolt strike him in the head, which is the reason why his hair is that way, which is, oddly hilarious. And we also learned that even with all that training, he only knows one of the 6 thunder-breathing techniques, although he has honed it to absolute perfection, which was utterly fantastic, to say the least. And that's another spider down, only 3 to go, and it looks like the next one's going to be focusing on Inosuke and Tanjiro facing off against the big bad father, which would only, if they succeed, which they're the main characters, they gotta succeed, which would only really leave only 2 left. But other than that, it was actually very interesting seeing a little bit more into Zenitsu's, past as well as his backstory, and getting a glimpse at some of the training that he had received. Although it really wasn't much training, we did learn a little bit more about his actual style, how his technique works, if that makes any sense. Also, he's poisoned, might turn into a spider, so he's doing the breathing technique to kind of slow down the poison, which I'm imagining that the poison must disappear once all of the spiders are dead, if I had to gander, I guess. That, or he's gonna have to get that shit sucked out. Good luck with that. Anyway, let's throw ourselves in. I am happy that the other characters are participating in the Taisho secrets. Okay, so how do I describe today's episode? Let's see. Tanjiro basically called that, what was his name, Ray? Called him out on his bullshit about a family bond and all that, so he called him out on that bullshit. Big Father got one shot. Inosuke's blades got broken, as did, I'm pretty sure, several bones on his body, and there's a possible chance he might have got some skull fractures, which those might take some time to recover from. I think her name was Mokomo, I believe, showed up to Zenitsu, so I'm imagining that she's going to be able to pull something through with trying to help him out, at least. Well, part of me kind of thinks that, at least. And on top of that, Tanjiro's sword got snapped, and there's nobody around to help him, so I can only imagine that it'll have to probably be Nezuko that comes in to save him, because that threat is coming straight for his face. And now I can kind of see how outclassed Tanjiro is facing a true demon of the 12 Kizuki. There is a very distinct power difference here. As well as, and one more thing, we did learn, or we got to see what Inosuke's, I'm assuming his mother, looked like. And it seemed like he wasn't abandoned, for negative reasons. She tried to save him in some regard from something, and I'm imagining that she must have been attacked by demons herself. Huh. Damn. Oh yeah, we're doing a 3rd episode, so I'm gonna go immediately jump over, and I will definitely see all of you guys there. Hello there, everybody, and now we are on the 3rd episode. Wait, not 3rd episode. Episode 19. And we're on to episode 19 of Demon Slayer. In the last episode, Gyu pretty much one-shot the father demon quite effectively. And not only are Inosuke's blades broke, but now, Tanjiro's, well, actually, as you can see right now, we're about to kind of see that right now, of his sword getting snapped by that thread, thus showing the clear difference in power in comparison to the actual, you know, holy shit, the actual difference comparison to the demons that they fought before. This one effectively breaks their fucking swords. You know, the things they kind of need to freaking kill demons? Good God. But anyway, let's just throw ourselves right... Oh, we also got to learn a little bit more about Inosuke's, possibly what his mother was like whenever he was abandoned. And it was sort of abandoned for a good reason, considering she looked like she was covered in blood and she was just trying to save him in some regard. But damn. Now then, let's throw ourselves into... I don't know how the hell you're going to be able to pull yourself out of this with that thread coming right at you, dude. I'm pretty sure you did, considering you sliced his freaking head off. But, this is the 12 Kazuki that we're talking about. Okay. How the hell do I summarize that? Remembering that his father was a fire dancer, he swapped to a different style, the HINOKAMI. Went from water to, I guess in this version, fire breathing. And that seemed to work absolutely wonderfully, and at the same time, we also learned what Nezuko's blood demon art is. Exploding blood. That was the coolest combination. I really wouldn't... I guess for Nezuko, it was sort of an awakening for her, but for this one, it was Tanjiro remembering something that his father had told him. That was the best possible combination of powers that worked so goddamn well. Though I know this is definitely not over. There's still one left. But that bastard's down, finally. And I've got the chills. Oh boy, do I have the chills. Okay, this was a damn good week. I will say that. This was a damn good week. And I cannot wait to record more. Can you tell how much I actually really love this show so far? That was so beautifully animated, watching the water shift to fire and the great combinations of red, orange, and yellow just fusing so well, and the animation itself just looks so damn good. From an artistic perspective, that shit was just fucking beautiful. Everything about that last minute was just amazing, as well as the much more somber swap to a different ending theme. That was so good. That was so fucking good. Holy crap. Whew, I'm gonna need to sit down after that one. Wait. Shit, I am already sitting down. Okay. So there's only one spider demon left. Both Nezuko and Tanjiro finally took down. I'm assuming they took down. They chopped his head off. Unless there was another process you have to go through to finally get rid of him. But I think the process should still relatively be the same. He chopped his head off. But damn. Actually, if it's anything, it's probably going to be similar to that one demon. Well, actually, no. He can only do that with his eyes, so... I wonder if the spider demon's going to be... Or if Rei is going to keep himself relatively... Or Rui or Rei, whatever the hell his name is at this point. I don't care. That motherfucker is dead. And he got shown what a real bond is all about. That was fucking good. I'm having a hard time gathering my thoughts just because of how utterly amazing... I'm going to go back and rewatch that. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will definitely see you guys next week. Holy fuck!